Ireland, the only place on Earth where the absurd becomes tradition. Here, a goat can become king, a rock can make you eloquent, and women confidently wear short skirts in 41-degree weather. You might even find love just by touching an old notebook in a village. Ireland is a land where the strange is just part of everyday life. Rare in many parts of the world. In Ireland, to hills it's a badge of ancestral pride tied to ancient Celtic legends and history. Strange facts and bizarre things in Ireland right now. Number 15. The most legendary land on Earth. Located on the western edge of Europe, Ireland is like a giant emerald cradled by the Atlantic Ocean, just about 3,000 miles from the east coast of the U.S., roughly the same as a flight from New York to San Francisco. Covering only around 32,600 square miles, smaller than the state of Maine, Ireland is unique in that over 25% of its land is made up of wetlands, lakes, and ancient forests that have existed for thousands of years. This makes it a paradise for migratory birds writers and anyone intrigued by mystical legends passed down through generations. Ireland's climate is wet year-round, with mild summers ranging from 60 to 70 degrees straight, perfect for those who prefer peace and coolness over the scorching heat of Texas. As of 2025, Ireland has a population of just over 5.3 million, yet more than 70 million people worldwide, especially in the U.S., claim Irish ancestry. The country has two official languages, English and Irish Gaeilge, an ancient Celtic tongue that saw a strong revival in the 20th century. Interestingly, Ireland also boasts the highest number of castles per capita in Europe, and it's the only country in the world where women are legally allowed to propose to men during leap years. Number 14. The world's most mysterious singing beaches. Beaches in Ireland are unlike anywhere you've ever stepped foot. Along the west coast, where Atlantic winds blow year-round, certain beaches produce a chirping or squeaking sound. When you walk on them, locals call it singing sand. The sound is like a whisper from nature, most clearly heard on dry days when walking barefoot on the soft sand, a surreal experience that even the pickiest tourists find unforgettable. But the uniqueness doesn't stop there. Near Dublin, there's Hawk Cliff, a secluded cliffside retreat tucked into nature that's known as an unofficial clothing optional spot. Likewise, Silverstrand in Wicklow and Corvallis Beach north of Dublin attract those seeking peace and personal freedom places where individual privacy is quietly respected. The Irish are cool, but also incredibly discreet. Unlike France or Germany's open naturist beaches, Ireland doesn't have official clothing optional culture. Instead, a small group called the Irish Naturist Association organizes private summer meetups, proof of Ireland's unique blend of freedom and politeness. Drop a comment with 4 if one of these beaches just landed on your bucket list. Number 13. Women with the most charming voices in Europe. In Ireland, where it can rain in 3 seasons on the same day, you'll still see women walking around in short skirts and light tops with confident smiles, even in 40-degree weather. The Irish jokingly call it fashion, fighting the cold, and the women here embody that spirit, soft, but not weak cold on the outside, warm in their energy. Surprisingly, though many Irish women prefer a simple look and wear little makeup, their voices have been ranked among the world's most attractive. In a global survey, Irish women's voices, especially from the South, were praised for being soothing, velvety, and deeply captivating. The slow, gentle way they speak often leaves American tourists pleasantly surprised. They cherish traditional family values, love cooking, yet are fiercely independent, both financially and intellectually. They're not the type to avoid debates. Quite the opposite, they speak clearly and confidently. And if you're into ancient oddities, get this: many Irish girls still follow a tradition of placing a dream pillow under their pillow on Samhain or Valentine's night to see their future husband in a dream, a practice dating back to the 16th century. Irish women don't try to be special, they just are. Strong, independent, and genuinely lovable. If you're curious about online dating with an Irish girl, comment 8 below. Number 12. Ireland's strange stone kissing ritual. Ever heard of the Irish talking to stones? In Blarney, Southern Ireland, there's a legendary rock called the Blarney Stone, famous not for its looks, but for its myth. Locals believe that kissing this stone will grant you the gift of gab, the ability to speak smoothly, charmingly, and persuasively enough to make people hang on every word. But here's the kicker: you don't just kiss it. You have to lie on your back, lean your head backward over a ledge, and be held by an attendant as you kiss the stone hanging from a castle wall. Sounds nuts, maybe. But Americans line up in 50-degree Mars weather just to do it with huge smiles on their faces. That's Ireland for you, turning legends and quirky humor into once-in-a-lifetime travel experiences. The Blarney Stone sits inside the 600-year-old Blarney Castle and attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors annually. Whether you believe in it or not, you'll walk away with a grin and a story you'll never stop telling. If all it takes is kissing a rock to become more charismatic. Comment 5 if you'd give it a try. Number 11. The curious case of redheads in Ireland. While red hair is considered rare in many parts of the world, in Ireland, it's a badge of ancestral pride tied to ancient Celtic legends and history. The Irish believe red hair is a mark of the ancestors, a symbol of resilience and fierce individuality. An estimated 10% of Ireland's population has natural red hair, and they wear it with pride. To celebrate this uniqueness, Ireland hosts a one-of-a-kind event, the Redhead Convention, an annual nationwide festival held in the village of Crosshaven. With a vibrant, fiery vibe, hundreds of redheads from across Ireland and the world gather to celebrate this rare genetic trait. What makes it even more fun? The festival includes contests for the reddest hair, the most ginger beard, and even the stare that pierces souls, as if redheads were seen to have some mystical sensitivity. Recognized by major travel publications as one of the world's quirkiest and most heartwarming festivals, the Redhead Convention is more than a party. It's a statement being different is something to be proud of, and Ireland knows how to turn genetics into joy. Number 10. Ireland's legally brewed beer culture. In Ireland, beer isn't just a beverage. It's a lifestyle deeply rooted in community and tradition. The Irish will raise a glass to celebrate good news, say goodbye to a loved one, or simply wind down the day with friends at a local pub. On average, each Irish person consumes around 10 liters of beer and spirits per year, a number that shows just how central beer is to everyday Irish life. The most iconic Guinness. This dark stout isn't just a drink, it's a national symbol. So much so, there's an official International Guinness Day every September, where millions of pints are raised across pubs worldwide to honor this legendary brew, born in 1759. And if you've ever experienced St. Patrick's Day in Dublin, you know why it's called the happiest day on earth. Everything turns green: hats, shirts, hair, even the River Liffey. The city transforms into an open-air stage filled with leprechauns, music, dancing, and Guinness, the holy water of joy. In Ireland, you don't just drink beer, you live with it. And that's what makes Irish pub culture one of the friendliest and most vibrant on the planet. Number 9. The largest matchmaking festival in Europe. Forget Tinder, Bumble, or any dating app. Just head to Lisdoonvarna in Western Ireland every September, order a pint of Guinness, and let love find you. This town hosts Europe's biggest matchmaking festival, attracting over 60,000 singles from all around the world every year. The atmosphere is both old-fashioned and full of energy. The festival spans over a month, filled with music, dancing, and warm, cozy pubs, where love stories often begin with a glance and a classic country tune. The heart of it all is the legendary matchmaker Willie Daly, who has brought together more than 3,000 couples with nothing but a 150-year-old matchmaking notebook. Locals say if you touch it with both hands, you'll meet the one within 6 months. The best part? There's no pressure. Come to enjoy the festive vibe, make new friends, or simply rediscover a little romance in life. All you have to do is show up, waltz a little, sip a Guinness, and who knows, you might leave with a wedding ring. Lisdoonvarna isn't just a matchmaking event, it's an Irish cultural gem unlike any other. Number 8. Ireland's adorably strange animal blessing ceremony. In many Irish villages, there's one special day each year when dogs, cats, rabbits, cows, pigs, and even parrots line up outside churches to receive a sprinkle of holy water from the local priest. It's called the Blessing of the Animals, a religious tradition rooted in Celtic culture and the Irish love for animals. This ritual takes place on October 4th, the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of animals. The Irish honor him as a symbol of compassion and the human connection to nature. What's unique is that it's not just for pets. Farmers often bring cows, sheep, and donkeys, turning the event into a wholesome country parade. The ceremony is simple. The priest stands in front of the church, sprinkling holy water on each animal as they're led past. Dogs show up in suits, cats wear bow ties, and parrots chirp like they're singing hymns. It's more than a spiritual moment. It's a heartwarming tribute to the bond between humans and animals. Truly one of the most touching and delightful religious customs in the world. Number 7. Ireland's unique marriage tradition. You probably haven't heard this, but Ireland once had a fascinating marriage. Custom couples could legally agree to live together for any period between 1 and 100 years, based entirely on mutual consent. When the agreed-upon time ended, they could either renew the arrangement or peacefully part ways. No drama, no mess. This concept was built on respect for individual choice, especially relevant in today's world that values balance, freedom, and mutual understanding. Irish couples chose to walk together, gently giving themselves time to think and refresh their commitment. Interestingly, many couples said knowing their relationship had a clock made them cherish every stage more deeply. While this may sound wild to Americans in Ireland, it was once considered a civil, no-pressure way to love, just two people agreeing to keep going. Number 6. Ireland's most mind-bending hill. Think cars only roll downhill. Think again. At Magnetic Hill, near Dundalk, Ireland, vehicles appear to roll backward uphill with no engine power just by releasing the brake. The feeling is surreal. You're at what seems like the base of a slope, your car starts moving in reverse, but somehow it's climbing upward. There's no magic involved, just a powerful optical illusion caused by misaligned terrain and a distorted horizon line. Thousands of curious tourists visit Magnetic Hill each year to witness this upside-down phenomenon. Locals even say your electronic devices might go haywire if you linger too long, adding a supernatural edge to the whole experience. What's fascinating is that this hill wasn't built as a tourist attraction. It's just naturally weird. And that's what makes it one of Ireland's coolest and most viral check-in spots. Number 5. Life in Dublin. Dublin, a compact capital nestled along the River Liffey, is where the past and present walk hand in hand down every street. By day, you'll hear bicycle wheels rolling over cobblestone paths on Grafton Street, performers playing the violin, and the occasional honk from a red double-decker bus. Traffic here doesn't rush. It moves with Ireland's signature laid-back vibe. Dubliners are friendly, witty, and live with a kind of raw authenticity. They'll pause during work hours to sip tea chat with strangers in St. Stephen's Green Park, or debate literature in a tiny bookstore near Trinity College. They live by feeling, and you'll see it in every face that passes by. But Dublin truly wakes up when night falls. In Temple Bar, golden pub lights spill onto the street fiddles, echo through the alleyways, and hundreds of conversations fill the cool night air. Dublin women at night aren't hiding behind heavy makeup. They're walking confidently in short skirts, even when it's just 45 degrees, giving you a sharp look and a bold 1 pint. They are the soul of this city, vibrant, self-assured, and unafraid to live out loud. You might find them dancing at the Palace Bar, having lively chats at the Long Hall, or soaking in folk tunes at the Cobblestone, where traditional music never stops. In Dublin, every night is a celebration of emotion, people, and stories waiting to be told. Number 4. A land of bizarre but real landscapes. Ireland is home to some of Europe's most unique natural wonders and ancient architecture. One of the most jaw-dropping for American visitors is the Giant's Causeway, a coastal site with over 40,000 interlocking hexagonal basalt columns, so perfectly aligned it looks like they were created by a massive 3D printer. Amazingly, nature sculpted this entire formation 60 million years ago. While U.S. tourists often head to national parks for mountain views, Ireland's Marble Arch Caves offer sound instead, where falling water drops onto limestone to create bell-like tones, forming a one-of-a-kind natural symphony. Still believe in fairy tales? Then fairy circles in Ireland might spook you a bit. Perfect grass rings in open fields with no scientific explanation. Locals believe they're where fairies gather at night. And don't miss Leap Castle, dubbed the most haunted castle in Ireland, shrouded in eerie legends and chilling mysteries, yet to be solved. Number 3. A country that lives in festivals. In the U.S., festivals are all about modern music, bright lights, and popcorn. In Ireland, they hit different. Start with Puck Fair in Killorglin, the world's only festival where a goat becomes king for 3 days. He's paraded down from the mountains crowned and placed on a throne, while crowds party with dancing beer and cheers. Sure, America has Burger King, but Ireland, they've got a literal goat king. On December 26th, don't be surprised to see locals dressed like forest spirits wearing wild costumes and pretending to hunt birds during Wren Day. Rooted in ancient Celtic beliefs, it's now a visual spectacle full of color and music, one of Europe's most unique folk events. Into traditional music, Fleadh Cheoil na Hairean is the largest festival of its kind, with harp fiddle and bodhran blending into laughter dancing and the rhythm of tapping shoes across cobbled streets. And foodies rejoice. The Galway Oyster Festival in September is the world's biggest oyster event, complete with oyster-eating contests, gourmet parades, and wine, kind of like Napa Valley's wine festivals, but saltier and more sea-splashed. Number 2. Low cost of living in the heart of Europe. In bustling Dublin, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre will cost you about $1,900 to $2,300 a month. But if you head to areas like Bray or the artsy town of Galway, you can find places starting from just $1,300 a month. Utility bills, electricity, heating, water, trash average around $200 a month. High-speed internet runs $65, and a monthly bus or light rail Lewis pass is just $140, perfect if you don't drive. Eating out costs around $18 meal, but cooking at home can keep your food budget between $250 to $300 a month. Altogether, monthly living expenses for one person in Ireland hover around $2,400 to $700, which is 15 to 20% cheaper than major U.S. cities and even 30% lower than London or Paris. Want to save more rent with locals up to 40% cheaper? Grab a Lewis travel card and shop at budget-friendly chains like Lidl or Aldi. Many bars and cafes also have wallet-friendly happy hour deals. With these costs, would you choose to settle here? If yes, choose 1. If no, choose 0. Let us know in the comments. Number 1. The heartiest Irish dishes. Think breakfast is just toast and watery coffee. In Ireland, you start your day with black pudding, a strange-looking sausage kind of like an Oreo, gone rogue, made from pork oats and fat. It's eaten with joy at 7 a.m., like it's a breakfast cookie. In America, potatoes are a side dish. In Ireland, they're the soul of the nation. From Colcannon mashed potatoes with cabbage to potato puddings, and even potato desserts. If it doesn't have spuds, it's not really a meal. Then there's soda bread, a dense, yeastless loaf as heavy as a river stone. But smear on some Kerrygold butter, revered as golden soft memory-flavored butter, and it transforms into something heavenly. Other Irish food gets quirky too, like fish and chips wrapped in Yeats poetry, or coddle, a comforting stew of sausage, bacon, and potatoes, often called the hangover cure after too much Guinness. And if you think seaweed snacks are just for Japan, think again. Coastal Irish folks munch on dulse, affectionately dubbed Atlantic popcorn. We've just explored 15 strange facts and things about Ireland together. Hopefully this gave you a whole new perspective on the country. Don't forget to follow our channel, like and share the video to support us. See you in the next one.